Welcome, welcome. Wake up and smell the coffee. I'm out walking with Zilla again. Sorry, it's been a real long time since I made any content, but I wanna get stuff out to you, and there's been many reasons why I have been procrastinating and why I haven't made any content. Sometimes I wonder really what my goal is chatting to you guys, and so I want to start getting my purpose more clear to you guys. And please like, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. I want you guys to see the little bits of information I put out, just so that you can get the pieces of the puzzle. I'm always saying the same things, right? Pieces of the puzzle. As you get more pieces of this puzzle, you see the picture clearly. And what I'm just gonna say, really, my main purpose today, I don't know how long I'll do this for. I want to try and make clear really what I'm trying to communicate to you. And like I said, take a look at some of the other videos I've put out there. I want you to get a fuller picture of what I'm trying to say and do. And I'm not asking you to believe anything I say, to go along with my opinions about things. You guys gotta start researching, understand things for yourself, use your own brain, think for yourself. Now, I've been saying to you guys, go out, make sure you grab a Bible, get the best versions. I'm not gonna be able to be the greatest educator on all of that stuff, but I have been looking at stuff for quite a while now. I'm in my 50s, and I've had plenty of time to start understanding the world around me, make sense of it. I've had a kind of a crazy life. I've lived in different places around the world, and I've had to stand on my own 2 feet without anybody helping me. So I had a lot of great experience working with a lot of things and people in this world. And what I want you guys to focus on is, I want you to just start thinking about how magical this life is, and try not to get too boxed in on yourself, who you think you are, you know, whatever your name is. Don't get stuck on that title as to who you are and trying to dictate everything about you, because there's so much that is hard to understand in this world. And what I'm trying to say to you is start thinking about how magical this life is. I think that a lot of people, we get stuck in the way we perceive the world, and then we get boxed in, and we're in this reality that has been force-fed to us. For example, right, they just did, on April 1st, can you believe it, right? April Fool's Day, they said that they sent up a rocket again to orbit the moon. I don't believe a word of it. There's a lot of stuff out there, start looking it up, showing that the rocket doesn't even look real. You saw the launch path, it went up for a little while, then it looked like it was no longer ascending, and then it clearly started heading down again. I'm sure that those things just fly out, because it probably took off in Florida. They just fly out over the ocean. I gotta grab my dog a second. There's another dog coming here. So, Zilla, stay there. Good girl. Good girl. So what I'm trying to say to you is this life is wonderful. It's a wonder. It's magical. We've got stuck in the living, such a mundane way of life, working 9 to 5 as slaves, thinking that that's pretty much all life is doing your job, earning your dollars, interacting with each other in a way that really some kind of forces, right, have created our interactions, because they've created your opinions. So what I want you to do is just start understanding how magical this life is. Even I ate a big sandwich last night late, and I was feeling that in my tummy up until like 11 p.m. Went to bed, and then by 4 o'clock it was feeling way better. And obviously people are like, oh yeah, you just digested your sandwich, you ate it. Even things like that, we're not really looking at and understanding what's going on. That's a lot more magical than that seems, just that simple process of what our bodies can do. So all I'm asking you to do is start looking a little bit more deeply into what's going on around us, even who we are and what we do, our abilities, our bodies. It's actually magical. And what I mean by saying magical all the time is we've got science around us. That's why I was just talking about the Artemis rocket, because we've founded this reality in science, so say, and science is dictating to us what is happening and who we are, and telling us what to think about our reality and such. And I don't believe it. You know, I mean, I'm just telling you what I think that I know as a person that's lived a little while now. I don't believe the doctors. I don't really believe the scientists, because what do they know more than you? Okay, they've got their equations down and their you know, mathematical stuff, their experience with chemicals and how they react under certain you know, environments. But what do they really know more than you? I'm telling you nothing. Okay, it's all been taught to them, and really what all science is doing is observing what they see. That's all they do. They don't know anything. No one, they put the term gravity out there, right? They don't know what it is. They've just called something a name when they've observed something happening. Same thing with all of the science. They don't know why you get cancer. They don't know why cancer cells start to grow. They don't know why things happen. They don't know the why. They just can observe it, and they can then say this is what happened, and present an equation, present molecules, atoms, all this stuff, but no one knows why. I'm telling you that they don't know why, and that's what I was always trying to look into and get answers to since the day I was born. And so really what I want to get accomplished right now, I'm kind of thinking about it again right now, is I want to let you know my thoughts about this reality I've lived in now for all this time. And I'm not I might be a dummy, right? But like, I'm a normal guy. I got a job. I got 2 teenage daughters, 18 and 20. I work in a big city. I basically run a petroleum company. Okay, so like I interact with people. I see a lot of different people. There's a lot of people, I suppose, that I kind of oversee and work with. I deal with a lot of big companies, owners of these big companies, and I also deal with the regular folks in my working world. You know, I love everybody. I work with our drivers, the cleaners of the building. So I just want to give you a little background as to who I am sometimes, because I'm not some kind of crazy guy. I'm not a crackpot, but you form your own opinions about that. But what I'm trying to tell you is, sorry for the planes. I'm by a big airport. Maybe you guys know where I'm at. Try and guess. There might be a plane somewhere there. So look, all I'm trying to say to you is start understanding deeply who you are, because there's a reason why I'm going down there, and I'm still going slowly with it, but I want to start exposing you a lot quicker now, really my thoughts about where I stand on stuff. And that is that we're living in a very magical realm. We're having a human experience, obviously, because I am here in a physical body, and I'm sure that it's mortal, and I can get sick and I can die. But there's something a lot more to all of this. And as I've been looking at stuff, there is stuff out there, because I've been saying to you, there is answers, there's solutions, there's things to do. So I just want you guys to know that I really believe there is a path to follow, and there are solutions. And it's going to be looking at the more magical, it's looking at spiritual. Look, I've explored, I try and explore everything I can. For 6 years now, I've been nothing but trying to look into things, gain experience. I'm not a great reader, so I haven't read so much, but I'm just absorbing information from everybody all day long. I mean all day long, when I'm at work, when I'm driving, when I'm out walking my doggy, Zills, right? David Icke. If you guys don't know who David Icke is, get on it, I'm sure you do. I remember when I was in the UK as a youngster, I saw his first famous interview. I forget when it was, maybe the late 80s, early 90s, when he was ridiculed on TV publicly. And it was kind of quite sad, really, because even back then I would have been on his side. I've kind of been like all of these people, like David Icke and that. This is the point of this video. This is the point of this video right now, is just to let you guys know that I felt like there's something really wrong with this reality that I've perceived around me since day one. I'm talking from a young age. I remember being 5 years old with my dad, standing in line. My dad's, trying to teach me how the world works and how to do things, like buy yourself a candy. So I was in line, he gave me the money. He told me the price and he said, this is what's gonna happen, stand in line, pay for your candy, give her the money. And he handed me the money, probably handed me a £1 note, because candies were probably like no more than 40 pence, or 40 cents, wherever you're at in the world. And I looked at him and I'm like, yeah, but Dad, look, I've seen this before. I'm like, this is so stupid. I'm just giving them a piece of paper with stuff written on it. I'm like, money's nonsense. And my dad was a little shocked, but my dad was a truthful man. And that's actually all I've done as a parent, is I've tried to make sure I don't lie to my kids. I just want to teach them what I believe is truth. So I've always questioned this world, holding down jobs, careers where I think they're just pointless. We're not doing anything good in the world. This is what's happening. We're living in an illusionary world. We're all doing pointless things when we could be doing so much more beneficial things than what we do. We're enslaved, and we're building a corrupted world and society. And there's a reason for that, right? So keep listening to me, like, subscribe, and comment, because I want to do this all together as a community. And so where I was going with all of that was that there is something drastically wrong with what we're doing, and you can really put together why this is happening. Look, like I started saying, we got people like David Icke. You got so many people that are whistleblowers, that are showing all the horrific, horrible things going on in the world. You got so many people that do excellent work, documentaries, TV shows, books. I can't do all of that stuff. I don't have time. I work a lot, and when I have downtime, I'm looking after my family. I look after my kids alone right now, And so I'm busy. My dogs keep me busy. I wish I had more time to present really, really good things to you guys. That's how I'd love to live my life. But I don't get the time right now. And what I'm trying to say is that you've got so many people around the world giving explanations to what's happening, whether it's non-human entities, things from another world, from other worlds that are controlling us, dictating our lives to us. And a lot of these people are really all saying the same thing. And with all my searching, what I've kind of discovered for myself, this is what I'm zoning in on and targeting and seeing as more truth, is actually scripture. And believe me, the last thing I wanted to do was be about the Bible when I was growing up and talk about scripture. But a lot of people have been very misled with scripture. They go to religious groups, right? Forget about religions. Find your own way through scripture and to God. Have your own relationship with God, because that's how it will always be. You will have your own relationship with God. No one is going to tell you who God is and how he's going to treat you. You'll find that out for yourself. And so, as I've looked into scripture and looked at all of the amazing stories, because it is incredible when you start being taught scripture the correct way, when you have someone experienced with scripture that can lead you through it and start explaining to you what the scriptures and all the biblical books are actually trying to teach you. And it's incredible, because in reality, it's a handy book of how to survive this messed up world we're living in. And it explains why this is happening. And it explains, and it's prophetic. It explains it. And it forecasts all of what's happening now. It's forecast all the troubles that we're having and forecasting very accurately where we're going. And so I'm just urging you guys to not downplay that, right? The one thing I've always said to you guys is keep an open mind. Your mind will not work unless it's open. Just like a parachute, right? Your parachute don't work if it doesn't open. It's got to be open. So don't ever discount anything. I'm going to start bringing you more scriptural passages, verses, sections to look at that help you to understand more. And I mean, in any way in general, that it's amazing just to hear them, because even if you've got something against the Bible and scripture, I don't think anybody can even really knock it. A lot of it makes a lot of sense, and it's teaching really great things, period. There's really no denying of that. So that's what I'm going to start doing, is start bringing you a little bit more scriptural awareness. And stop eating those eels. She'll eat anything. She's crazy, dude. So that's where I am today. So I want to make sure I connect again. And I'll tell you also why I haven't been connecting to you, because it's pretty amazing how everything in this world does make sense, how everything links together. So don't be afraid to think for yourself. All right, stop thinking that life is just waking up in the morning, being limited, going to a job, doing things that nobody enjoys. All right, that it's all about trying to gain wealth and just don't listen to that. Start understanding that there's goodness in this world, there's a good force, and there's definitely an evil force. Start studying it. And I'm going to start bringing you a lot more content again, depicting what the evil things are. And the reason why I like to do that is because I think that was what helped me slowly zone in on what the real things were and really what's happening, and giving me the answers to what was happening was by studying all the horrible things around me in this world, and it pushes you to the answer. So I'm going to keep at it, and I'm going to end this because I've rambled on way too long, but I'm going to end this by saying what I always say, right? We want to be the example. So get out there, do something amazing, be with people that you love, surround yourself with kindness, with good energies. So spread that. Go out there and make someone smile today. Try to interact with people, bring in positivity, and put a smile on someone's face. Okay? And there's a squirrel going on here, so I'm getting pulled. Stay Zilla. Stay Zilla. So please do that. Get yourself out there. Have fun today. Smile at everybody. Have conversations. Pass on goodness. Try and help somebody. Be selfless. Let them know that you appreciate them and that you're going to be there to help. Now it didn't turn off. It always does that to me, but that's great because I wasn't happy with that ending. So make sure you do get yourself out there, interact with everybody. When you're in the store walking past them, try to acknowledge them, try to have a positive interaction, make a little joke. Humor is a great way of connecting and passing on. And I say my prayers a lot. I got to do it a lot more often. That's one thing that I pray for often, is to be able to be doing Christ's work. So I got to be Christ-like. I can't bring negativity or bad things to anyone. So please take care out there. Have great interactions with everybody today. Put a smile on your face, keep it on your face. Try to get rid of the negative thoughts. Live in a positive state. All things that aren't easy to do, but do it, all right? Keep doing it, and I'm gonna check back in real soon with you. Wake up, smell the coffee, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. I'm gonna start bringing other people on with me, pastors, friends that have done a lot of studying, and I want to sort of talk more and more about this as we move forward. Enjoy yourselves out there.